Exactly. Too funny, man. Too funny.
What do you think, man? You ready?
Yeah, let's rip this apart because this is the last time we recorded, man. I shit you not. I never left my freaking computer except for to take a piss and get something to eat. And other than that, it takes all of every bit until 9:30 to get it posted and done with the video rendering.
Oh, I suppose there's a lot of wait time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I have to download it and upload it. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I got to download it twice and then upload it 1, 2, 3 different places.
Can you more simply pull the audio and just put audio up?
Yeah, it gives me an audio file. But if we're doing this, I might as well just pump it out.
Again, we were audio for most of our fucking career here, right? So
yeah, and we're still going to be some audio, but
right.
If we can do video, I mean, people seem to be liking video.
They really do. Yeah, you showing Remy, me talking about the national appropriation with flags instead of cultural appropriation. Those ones both did pretty good this week.
Well, and the deal is I think people enjoy AI really caters to it. I think I should probably tell you guys that because the algorithm has changed now to where a lot of places are catering to genuine organic content.
Yeah, not AI.
Right. And so it can tell that we're not AI. And yeah, I hope people like it. It's fun.
I like it. I can tell you that.
I think people can see a little bit better reactions and put faces to names. We've had that problem in the past when we finally meet people and they're like, "Oh, you're John, you're Jason." Like, face to name.
It's unfortunate, right? We read the copy. We haven't always been like super like legit about it, but everybody knows there's a website. But really, how often do you go to a website?
Yeah, not everybody. Not everybody will go, which is fine.
Yeah, I listen to during the week an average of 14 podcasts, 15 maybe.
Yeah,
3 a day for sure, at least, right?
Sure.
I've never been to any of their fucking websites. I think I follow a few of them on social media. It's just like, it is what it is, right?
Right.
So.
Right. No, it's all right.
Well, if you're ready, man.
Yeah, let's get into it. You picked an interesting conversation this week, my man.
I wanted to jump in because there's so much about this that I find fun and interesting and sad. And if you hear a couple of noises at the start here, folks, I'm having a little trouble getting my mic to stand up straight. It wants to keep tipping over. So if you hear a few extra knocks and bangs, I apologize.
Dude,
that's yours.
Wow.
That's yours?
Yeah, Remy was upstairs. I think Ashley sneezed. He barks at people when you sneeze.
He don't like that?
He hates it.
Interesting.
It's the breath in that you take when you sneeze. That's the part he hates. Yep.
He must really hate it for you because yours sounds like the gasp before a nuclear explosion.
Yes.
So, yes. You have one of them. There's dad bods and then there's dad sneezes. And my brother, you had a dad sneeze.
Absolutely, I do.
All right, I digress. You're right.
Training.
Well, it does happen, right? It feels better.
It does.
It's like one of those people who goes out in the woods and just screams to get all the aggression out. It's way better. Like, yeah, have a big, powerful sneeze, like holding one in. It's not good for you. That pressure in your brain, every time I'm like, well, this is the aneurysm coming. Like, yeah.
So when I'm in public places, it hurts so bad.
It hurts
because
so
I do not sneeze full on in public places because I'll fucking wake the dead.
Oh, and I'm sure that it must actually be not great for you because on more than one occasion, I've sneezed or seen someone else have a big sneeze in public where they hold their nose and have someone lean over and go, "Hey, I'm in the medical field. Don't do that."
Oh, yeah.
Or like, I'm a nurse or I'm a doctor. Like, don't do that. Like,
you can rupture so many blood vessels.
Yeah, sneeze into your elbow. You'd be better to sneeze on your neighbor. Like, hey, don't do that. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, man, I wanted to jump into something here. It's a little timely and it brought up some thoughts in my head because I've worked for businesses that things like this happen. So anyways, we lost another big business last week, and for better or for worse, rest in peace, Spirit Airlines.
Yep.
So no matter if you patronize it or not, we're going to talk a little bit about the Spirit Airlines here today. But every loss of a big business is one step closer to monopolies around the globe, and that's not good. So we'll just talk about failed business, some of our own experiences, whatnot. You grew up here and you lived in different places, so you'll have some different ideas of some of the businesses that were around that were staples that are just sort of gone, right?
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
I think we share a few. So, well, if you don't know, get off the books or the living out loud or outside that you actually are enjoying your life and get on the internet, because as of
Any kind of news outlet.
as of 3 a.m. on the 2nd of May, Spirit Airlines immediately and effectively shut their airline off.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get into something that I think is funny about the last flight here in a minute, but they told basically no one.
They didn't say shit to anybody. They had booked flights. And they just stopped.
They had people showing up at the airport. Someone who I believe was either the director of or the spokesman for the FAA come out early that morning, because it came through Saturday morning at 3 a.m., which I tried to find out where their headquarters is located or where their CEO lived to see if I'm like, that's an interesting time to pick.
Right.
Did you not want to do that at noon? Because you didn't want the news outlets to have time to come and talk to you. You wanted the shit to have been falling apart by the time everybody woke up in the morning. Like, I don't like the 3 a.m. choice, right?
No, I think it's strategically the best option that they had at 3 a.m. because it's the lowest amount of people, it's lowest traffic.
Actually in the airport.
Yeah.
Like
lowest
virtually
traffic.
nobody, right? Yeah.
Right.
If they're with Spirit, they're in the air or driving to work. Right.
Right.
I understand that too. So yeah, it's not a great thing, man. They dropped it on everybody. So what I always called, and I don't know, we'll start off with this, man. Have you ever flown Spirit?
Yeah, once. I never did after that.
That was my exact experience. It was it is what they said it was. Okay.
Yep.
It's a economy air travel.
Right.
I mean, like, that's okay. I can live with that, right? Low cost airline, they called themselves. And like you expected, you got charged for every little thing.
Everything.
Every little thing, right?
And I tell you what, I put it right next to Sun Country. I won't fly that either.
I couldn't disagree more. I have had plenty of excellent I've had a couple of bad experiences on Sun Country, but I've had plenty of excellent experiences on Sun Country, especially when you're not going for, you can take just a carry-on or under your seat bag because you're going for 3 or 4 days. Yeah. It's excellent for that when you're not getting upcharged for everything. Or it's a cheaper flight to, say, go to Mexico, which I have done, when you know in advance, like, I'm going to have to pay another $200 round trip for all my shit and my seat choices and the misses and all that, but it's still cheaper than Delta.
I'll fly Delta all day long.
Right. When we can, sure. If the price is close,
Delta.
I love Delta too. If the price is close, I'll fly Delta. Okay.
People are real specific. More. I'll pay more.
I won't.
Yeah.
But also, you're not married to my missus, and she is fiscally responsible, which I think is the way I'm supposed to say it now. In my youth, I would say cheap, and then I moved to frugal, and then I went back to just chirping at her when she did something
fiscally
cheap.
Responsible is very,
didn't like
very
that.
good.
So I think you've landed on she's okay with me using the term fiscally responsible.
I will say there is part of my privilege that I take advantage of because I've worked hard and the wife works hard, and we take that privilege as we fly Delta. Now, I say that, but we also get airline points for the card we use. We have lots of free flights.
I have that same credit card for the same reason. I actually will be honest with you. I've applied for that card after hearing the announcement about the card from the flight attendant over the pre-flight announcements, and was approved for my card and gave her my number for my points and our cheap drinks and everything before we left the ground. It was pretty easy, actually.
I don't have the Delta card. We use Chase, and it all those.
Sapphire's all connected in, right? Lots of them. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But I'll fly Delta any day of the week. With the Spirit Airlines, I took one flight, and it was from, let's see here. Oh, where was I going? I think I was going down to Georgia at the time, and it was a cheap flight, and I went and I just fucking hated it. Stunk, plane reeked, people are freaking rude.
That was my experience as well. I don't know 100%. I think mine was one of the first flights to Arizona after my mother-in-law moved down there, and a few of the family went, and I just piled on. Like, somebody's like, oh yeah, we got great flights Spirit. It was cheap and this. And I looked at the price. I'm like, great. I don't mind paying a few extra bucks for a bag. But you're right. The plane seemed dingy. Nobody was happy. When we were flying home on Spirit Airlines, it was a madhouse. They had one person checking people in at a kiosk for every flight. And
Oh,
then
God.
finally they realized the literally hundreds of people who were there waiting were starting to get a little irate. We were saying things out loud as we could, hoping someone would hear, like multiple people.
Yeah.
Someone finally comes over, puts one of the little dividers up, and opens up another kiosk. Honest to God, man, the last two people in the long line before the people right behind got to start with the new kiosk was me and my missus, and my brother-in-law.
Really?
I looked right at him and said, "Fuck you." Like, are you kidding me? He's like, "Well, I got to draw the line somewhere." I'm like, "You draw the line an hour ago and all these people got here, dickhead." Like, I was so mad. And I don't like being mad at people in the service industry because it's not easy. And also, real quick, we should say, I don't know the exact number because a lot of them didn't mention it. Shout out to everybody who lost their job in a surprising way. That sucks. I'm sure it's thousands and thousands of people, right? I'm so sorry for everybody who lost their job at Spirit Airlines in whatever capacity you worked. That sucks.
And I wonder if it was a surprise to everybody or if Spirit Airlines said, "Hey, I don't know if they actually told employees."
They couldn't have. Some disgruntled employee standing out on the tarmac or slinging baggage or whatever would have got on social media immediately and went, don't go to the airport. You're fucked, right? Which, again, that's what that guy from the FAA said. He basically went on first thing Saturday morning in a press conference and said, "Hey, if you have a flight today on Spirit Airlines, don't come to the airport. Go online."
Yeah, true. Well, and that's the deal because like they were filing bankruptcy. So how they were able to keep that silent is fucking amazing.
Lawyers and accountants and
Tag orders.
media managers and
I'd say, yeah, it's kind of funny. I looked up, I'm like, okay, so is it the economy that shut them down and stuff like that? And there's no real clear why they filed bankruptcy. I couldn't find a thing that said, nope, this is it. But I did happen to find out that since 2020, 60 different airlines have shut down. 60.
Yeah, 60. Yeah, I saw that number too. Many smaller regional airports, right? The top three things I found in most cases were the cost of fuel, people traveling by air less.
Yeah, I mean we can't travel like we used to.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's too expensive.
It's not as easy as it used to be, and it's expensive now, right?
Like I don't think, in my own personal opinion, I don't think that the airline is expensive. I think life has gotten expensive.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Just living, groceries, gas, bills, like life has gotten expensive.
As all the lifetime, like life living expenses have gone up and cost of air travel. Well, the priority of taking a trip that requires air travel, the priority of that just gets pulled down.
It does.
That's common for anyone who doesn't have an unlimited or very high budget. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, and the hassle of the COVID years when air travel fucking sucked.
Right.
That turned a lot of people off.
Standstill for how long?
Yeah, that's basically like the people who a lot of people when a sport goes on strike, they know they're losing a percentage of their viewers for basically ever.
Yeah.
Like I think my brother, shout out my brother Greg, I think he stopped watching hockey because of one of the previous strikes. Now he's back again now, or he keeps track to have a conversation point with me, right?
Right.
But I mean, he was gone for years. And I'm pretty sure it's because of one of the strikes like 20 years ago.
Wow.
Same thing's going to happen, right? Get a bad feeling in your mouth. And so they did get one bailout, $334 million in grants from the U.S. government during COVID.
Right.
Now, it does say most of that was for to pay employees who were furloughed because of when the crisis of that was, their words, crisis was bad, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Keep your people paid. Interesting how we just had an issue with the TSA not getting paid for a while. But anyways, I don't work in the government. What do I know?
Right.
But they were what they were, right? They were a low-cost airline. Like,
yep.
It looks like there was a few merger attempts before they filed. What are you going to do, right? They already had partnered up with JetBlue, which I believe is like a Canadian sort of low-cost airline.
Is that Canadian?
I don't know for sure. For some reason in my head, I feel like that's the low-cost version of one of the West Coast Canadian airlines, but I don't know for sure. I didn't look it up. I got to be honest with you.
Right.
I will say, though, I want to point out before we move too far on here, the last flight of Spirit Airlines was a flight operated from the city of Detroit to Fort Worth in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Right.
After 33 years of operation. It is sad a business ran that long and is now closed. But what a poignant, perfect last flight, going from the shithole of Detroit to the asshole of the universe of Dallas Fort Worth as their last flight is a completely meaningless flight unless you were coming home for grandma's birthday, the kid's graduation, or a wedding or something. Like,
Oh, that's too funny, man.
I love that it was that. The only way it could be worse could have been like Detroit to Newark, so close that it was just like a little puddle jump for nothing, right?
Right.
It's like,
Right.
had you seen before I mentioned doing this episode, immediately once I had found out that Spirit had shut down, did you see the suggested marketing technique that was painted on the plane? Did I send you this video?
Yeah, Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween. I mean, it's got to be worth buying one. Buy their worst plane. Buy the worst piece of shit that when a pilot heard, oh, I'm on plane 193A Delta today. Fuck, that thing's gonna fall out of the air. Buy that one.
Yeah, buy that
Spirit Halloween. People immediately
and then just
had
park it somewhere.
park it somewhere. They immediately had the Spirit Halloween logos, AI painted on planes.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, it's great, dude.
Spirit Halloween Airlines to me is fucking hilarious. Whoever was the first one to post that, good for you. That's just beauty. Like,
Right. Right. Somebody was on it, dude.
for fucking sure. So it got me thinking, man. It's not the first time. I mean, we didn't really use Spirit Airlines. We weren't customers for them. But for lots of people, they could handle the bullshit and the nonsense and the extra fees, and it was a low-cost way to go travel, see somebody, whatever, right?
Right.
It was clearly important to a lot of people. We've lost businesses that have meant something to us. Like in my head, Sears and Kmart came to my mind immediately.
Blockbuster was mine.
Fuck, I didn't even think about Blockbuster.
Blockbuster gone.
Genius.
Netflix took them out.
Now, didn't take them out though. There's still a couple of Blockbusters banging. Actually, one of the young relatives in the family, he wants to be a documentary film movie producer or whatever. He has been traveling around doing filming and interviews for a documentary about this very thing. I really hope someday it winds up on a real platform where we can look at it, because he's dug into this very thing, because he's just old enough that he saw the benefit of a Blockbuster, of a local video store rental place, right before it went away.
There's only one Blockbuster store left in the world, located in Bend, Oregon.
In Bend, Oregon. All right. I'm surprisingly had already heard of Bend, Oregon.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you
looked
at, I don't know if you looked at what I put up there. How many, because we were talking about Kmart and Sears. I mentioned Sears because Sears was such a go-to in my youth.
Didn't use Sears a lot.
Really?
Yeah, Kmart a ton.
Kmart,
Sears,
well, and also I worked
so
at Kmart, so I got a lot of Kmart memories. I got a couple of fun ones for you here as we go, right? If I was to ask you, assuming you haven't looked, how many, and I was surprised to find out there was still Sears or Kmart locations left in the United States. I knew there was some in Mexico and down south because I saw one in Mexico when we were there a couple Christmases ago.
Sure.
Still banging. Big full-size building, almost the size of a Costco. I couldn't believe it. Like,
wow.
Fucking Sears is still kicking down here. How many do you think are left?
For Sears,
I'd
say total of probably 150.
150 Sears locations left in the United States.
Yep.
Okay, I'm only going to make you jump here because it's relevant later. How many Kmarts do you think are left?
Like 20.
Yeah, there's 5 Sears and 5 Kmarts.
Wow. Okay.
That's fair enough. That's in the United States, right?
Yeah.
I did also notice in my research that if you go to Sears.com now, it's basically an online. You can buy all the same stuff you used to be able to buy at Sears, but it's just online now. Delivered to your home.
They went fully online.
Sears.com is banging. And then I thought, well, okay, better check out Kmart. Kmart.com, banging still. Online shopping. They saw the benefit of that, jumped on the bandwagon and went, sorry, stores are fucked. They must have seen the future coming, sort of, or they were such a downturn in their business in the stores that they were forced to do that, and it turned out to be the right decision.
Well, we saw the rise of online shopping happen, and Sears. I mean, Sears is iconic, right? Sears is absolutely iconic. They used to sell houses,
Right. It sells
houses,
homes. Yeah.
like not just like cookie cutter house, like fucking houses, right?
Yeah. As a kid, I picked out graduation or not graduation, but grading. I don't know if you guys did grading presents here. You
No.
graduated to you went through grade 4, you did good, you get to go to grade 5. Usually that was an excuse to get you a little something. Right?
It was elementary to high school.
Is it elementary house? Okay.
That was the only.
Yeah. I mean, for years, it was a great day for me as a kid when the Sears catalog showed up.
Yeah.
Look at the new bikes, look at the toys.
All right, you could buy rifles and guns out of it, like
bicycles
everything.
That they would deliver to the local store.
Yep.
They'll put together for you and call you, and you go pick up your new bicycle. Yep. Like, because that was very rarely, if not very rarely, very commonly every few years, that would be my request, whether it was honored or not, because sometimes I was shitty in school, of a new bike, knowing that when we went to pick it up, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the parents didn't have to worry about bringing it home and putting it together, which is the way it used to be with bikes. They just knew, we'll go to the Sears, it's right down. Not to mention, it's not a great brand name now, but Mastercraft used to be an excellent tool.
Used to be.
Yeah. If you bought a Mastercraft from Sears for a long time, they were the main distributor, not the only, but the main.
Yep.
If you broke a Mastercraft tool, you snapped a wrench or something, you didn't even need a fucking receipt.
Yeah. No,
you could walk in and go, see the stamp on it? They'll just give you a new one, and they dealt with the hassle.
Yep.
Now, towards the end, they didn't do that anymore, but for a long time, that was excellent.
Well, no, I was surprised because we're by the, we're close to the Mall of America. When Sears shut down there, I was surprised to learn that. So it was called an anchor store in the mall, right? All the stores that are on the corners of the mall, the four corners, they own both, first, second, third floors or whatever. They actually owned, and they still own that part of the mall.
I didn't know that.
That is theirs. They own it. It wasn't a rental space. They own it. And I'm like, interesting enough. So they lease it out to whoever's in there now. I don't go out there anymore, but.
Well, who does, right? It's for everybody out of town. You hear like, oh, the Mall of America, it's the biggest mall. Yeah, it's still a shit show mall. It's just a gigantic shit show mall. Like, yeah. Well, and I understand the theory of the anchor store because fiscally it makes the most sense. If you have, let's say a mall is a square. They're not always, right? But if you have 4 corner businesses that are the main businesses, you used to have Sears and maybe you had a JCPenney or a Macy's or whatever, right?
Yep.
And then between each of those corners, you had one entrance to the building. So maximum, there was 8 ways to get in. They had to walk through or out of your business to get to the in-mall stores. I totally get it. It was worth that just to get them to walk through and go, well, I was looking for a sweater. There's a fucking sweater right there.
Right.
Why would I go over to Hot Topic or whatever it was in the 80s? You know what I mean? Like,
that was the 90s, I think.
Was it? I
think
never
that's
actually,
when Hot Topic really came
I
in.
know the reference to Hot Topic, but I don't know that we had them where I was from because I've honestly never been in a Hot Topic. But I'm aware of the reference of the cheap T-shirts and junky jewelry and whatever. Like, yeah. See, as I mentioned, man, or as you mentioned, you could buy a prefab home kit delivered.
Yeah, Sears was amazing.
Engines. For tractors, for lawnmowers.
I was sad to see that Sears didn't jump on the internet sale. What is it fucking called? Internet shopping. They didn't jump on right away. They held out really, really almost too long. I think that actually hurt them quite a bit.
I know why. I looked it up. I was curious too. The same thought crossed my mind. Yes. Can you order large, heavy things online? Sure. Right. Initially, the cost was a factor. They were worried that people did not want a 500-pound riding lawnmower shipped to their house.
Oh, yeah.
It was the weight versus transport costs for delivery. Things have been very streamlined now with all the big transportation businesses. You can get things so fast.
Right.
Back then, that was a real hurdle. And while they were worried about the hurdle and didn't jump on right away, as time caught up to the transportation of delivery, they were just slow to catch up. I had to look it up. That is what happened there. And that's
That makes
happened
sense.
to a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon. People say it all the time. Amazon really figured it out quick. And by the time everybody else caught up, they were just
Yep.
so far ahead.
Oh, they did. They revolutionized online shopping. Absolutely, 100%.
There's no better word, right?
Yeah, you ain't gonna catch up to them. You're nobody's going to ever catch up to them.
Yeah, if
There
we
won't be
don't
another
have,
episode.
if we don't have it, we'll get it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Now, because I know, we jumped ahead a little bit. I do want to just drop back real quick and mention something that I want to bring up. In the honor of Spirit Airlines' demise, if you haven't, folks, take a minute, go on your social media platform of choice. I suggest YouTube in this particular case. Look up Spirit Airlines flights. That's not
Oh
flight
my
with an L.
God, it is so funny.
They have supercuts of so now problems happen on every airline.
Yeah.
But socioeconomically, if something is less costly, there tends to be more problems. That's just a way of life.
Yep.
If a club is cheaper to get into, you're gonna have more fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Spirit Airlines. I found one, and I'm gonna bring it up because it works in really well to one of my kind of not recent additions, but I found this on the root.com. If you don't know, folks, I find the name kind of hilarious, and that's why I'm going to say this is my part for this week of Is It Racist? Is it racist that I find this funny? Because the root.com, their tagline is Black News, Opinions, Politics, and Culture. I mean, it's not the Roots, but it's pretty...
It's close.
It's a little... It's
good on them.
It's a little close for comfort. I like it. I think it's pretty good.
It's on the nose, man. I mean,
yeah,
good marketing.
Yeah. If you go onto the root.com and you search Spirit Airline videos, they have a whole article that is just it literally is the roots.com/brawls, and all their most ridiculous. It just goes on to Spirit Airlines.
It's so funny.
It's a real shame, but there's a lot of great stuff. Look it up, folks. You'll really laugh.
And you're right. Every airline has its problems because people in general are shitty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get the one-off drunks that cause problems. You get the fucking irate people from somebody wearing a fucking hat or something that they don't like, and they lose their fucking minds because they're sensitive snowflakes. And then whatever happened to just keep your fucking mouth shut, sit on your goddamn hands? I mean, do we need to go back to third grade? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Shut your fucking mouth.
You're not wrong, buddy. And listen, I got to ask you something, man. And be honest, okay? You don't have to lie. You didn't go on to the link that I had yet from the Roots and look at those videos, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I absolutely did.
Okay. Did you see the video where the guy started out the fight with, fuck the Dodgers, because the guy had an LA hat on? Is that why you said that? Okay. I was hoping that was just an epiphany you had out of your head. Yeah, the guy's like, fuck the Dodgers. Like, you started a fight on an airline, you know you're going to get banned over that guy wearing a hat at the team you don't like. Like, oh my God.
Really? Like, people don't understand that there's FAA laws, rules, regulations, and fines when you do shit like that?
Dude, the air marshal on a Spirit Airlines flight probably had a pre-assigned seat with his name etched into it.
Probably.
That's not random. There's a marshal on every Spirit Airline flight.
There's gotta be.
Sure.
There's gotta be.
Every day at least, right? Every day at least. Before I talk about the little connection, because I picked Sears and Kmart because not only were they sort of iconic and they were a go-to for so many things for years.
Sure.
They have a little connection now. But before I get to that, did you ever work like customer service, sales, retail?
Yeah, I worked at Walmart.
Oh, you worked at Walmart. How long did you work at Walmart? Where?
3 years, 4 years, 3 years, 3 years in Aberdeen, South Dakota, and Spearfish first, and then we'll move to Aberdeen.
Okay, well, I know the one in Spearfish is sort of remote-ish. I don't know the other location. Was it a big town? Was it a busy one? Did everybody have to go there because it was sort of one of the few big things in the town?
Yeah. It was a super Walmart, or they changed it to a super Walmart. Yeah, it was big. Absolutely.
you worked retail, then you've seen some shit. Did any memories dawn on you?
You know, it was so funny because we had, I was working in the music. I was covering in the electronics department, and I was putting CDs away and stuff, you know, the CDs, those low round discs that we used to actually use. Right.
Khalid, we got one of my stories about CDs too.
And I'm sitting there, and if anybody knows anything about music and bands of the 80s and 90s and 70s and stuff like that, it was so funny because I'm sitting there putting these away, and these kids, they're probably 12, 13, 15, you know, somewhere in that range. They're like, hey guys, you got to hear this new band. They just came out with their first single. This thing is freaking awesome, man. They're doing so good. Bon Jovi. And I fucking had to turn to him. I'm like, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, buddy, but they've been around since like the late 70s. I'm sorry.
Okay, man.
Like,
We're
no.
gonna go tit for tat here, okay?
Yeah.
That was actually close to one of my memories. So I was lucky. One of my uncles was, and I think I've mentioned before on the podcast, he was sort of like he was a manager with Kmart. He was a bigger wig, you know?
Mhm.
Anyways, he got me a job there. And at one point I was working in the electronics department for a while. And in the same moment, a young man came up and he had a CD, DVD, and a slightly older woman. So let's say the kid, he probably was 16 or 17 and the lady was 40s at the time.
Hmm.
My memory's bad because I was 18, give or take. I was busy checking out the person in front of them and they were just chit-chatting, and the lady was nice. She's like, oh, what are you buying? And he goes, oh, this is a video about Chris Farley who died. He was a comedian and he died sort of tragically, and this is like a highlight video. And she's like, oh, I've got one, something similar, but it's about Princess Diana. And then they both looked at each other and almost in unison, I wish it had, but it wasn't perfect, went, who?
No.
I got to
That's
visually watch the cultural gap in one moment as like an 18-year-old going, huh? Because I knew both of them people.
Right.
But the young fella, I mean, he might have heard of that, but he didn't know that
Right.
she had died. Just to watch the two of them go, oh, wow.
That's crazy.
And also, so I'll get back to it later, but I was at Kmart the last day they were open in Canada as an employee. I think it was a little later here, because didn't you guys have like a Kmart offshoot, like Kmart Light or Big K? Big K.
I
you guys
don't remember. I never saw one of them. I just dealt with Kmart itself.
Okay, so yeah, as Kmart was winding down, after I'd moved to the States, there was like a Kmart Light. I think it was called the Big K, something like that. I wish Michelle was here. I would ask her. But anyways, yeah, I was there the last day. But electronics was so much fun because what people don't know is they put the little magnetic tags and things when they package them now. But back in the day, employees had to pull those off an 8.5 by 11 sheet and stick them on electronics and radios and shit, right?
Every one of them.
Right.
Oh,
so
that
when
sucked.
we were bored, because they were white,
Mhm.
you would pull those off and you would turn them upside down so that the adhesive part was sticking up, and then you just lay them on the floor randomly in the electronics department
No.
and hope someone stepped on them. And when they walked out the thing, go, nah, I'm sorry, man, I got to check your bag. We did it just to be a pain in the ass.
Oh, that's
I learned it
funny.
from a guy older than me who was there before me.
That is 100% teenager move.
Yes, we did it just to be a pain in the
100%.
ass because it was entertaining for us.
That's funny.
And once in a while, you'd hit 3 or 4 in a row, and then they'd be waiting while you were checking the other. No, and they didn't have anything.
Right.
Not one time did we do that as a joke, and it turned out somebody had something in their bag. Not once. And people were definitely stealing from there.
So, talking about stealing, I hated Walmart's policy. They were such chicken shits, and they're such pansy asses. They're losing one fucking customer. In Aberdeen, I watched this happen with my own 2 eyes. I was at the front, one of the front cashiers, before we did, self-checkouts. Those didn't exist yet. So I was running one of the cashiers, and this lady, I watch her go, right by all the cashiers, and she has a Walmart bag full of shit. And she walks right out the front door. They stop her, bring her back in, and she's got a bag full of CDs, DVDs, VHS, like to the fucking tilt, just stuff full, right? And she makes such a scene. By the time she was done, she had no receipt. She had no proof that she bought it. They couldn't check cameras because she was making such an ordeal with the store manager himself. She ended up walking out with all of the stuff and a $50 gift card. And when I walked back, I saw the manager in the back when I went on break. The store manager was in the back, and I'm like, what the fuck was that, man? I'm like, we all know she stole all of that. She walked right by all the registers with it all. You could have looked at one camera, one of the freaking 12 that's out front. You would have seen her walk right by everybody. And she dove in right next to the first checkout line and headed towards the door. So it made it look like she went through a checkout. I'm like, are you serious? Oh, we just needed to get rid of her. I'm like, then take her in the back.
Customer's always right.
And no, that's not the full saying.
I know it's not. That's why I know. That's why I brought it up, because I know you've talked about this before. But the bastardization of that saying and that business attitude was terrible for a long time. Yeah.
It was the worst thing that ever happened to customer service employees, people who worked that way.
By the way, shout out if you have in the past or are currently working retail. It sucks. We're here for you. It's a learning experience. It makes you tough.
I think everybody should work at least some form of retail as a kid.
A year or two minimum.
Yeah.
You choose the retail you want. Yeah.
16 years old, I think that's where you should start, in some sort of retail.
Right.
To learn the people skills and how to deal with people is huge. Huge.
For sure. And finding out your level of comfort with talking to other people. I recall, and looking back, I now know that I'm a sort of boisterous, outgoing personality. But when you're young, you don't know who you are because you're a fucking kid, right? Like I was a teenager. I heard one of the employees, and for people who know, if you don't know, the blue light special was a big thing at the Kmart.
Blue light special.
You would hear an announcement over the loudspeakers. Something was on sale. There was a smoking super deal in this department or that department. Somebody was on, hey, this is great. Yeah, I heard an employee or two doing that and was literally disgusted by how lackluster they were. I ended up doing blue light specials for like 18 months. They just brought them to me.
Yep.
I loved getting on there going, everybody come on down to the electronics department. We got this Kenmore, blah, blah, blah. I loved it. I fucking loved it.
Yep.
Looking back, I'm like, yep. That is actually why my personality is probably like the way it is. So,
well, and you can tell people when you were in Kmart, you could tell the people that actually like doing them because they sounded like an announcer, right? Mm-hmm. Like they were just
you had
watching
the
World Series and telling you about this fucking stand mixer.
You're not gonna believe the sale that's going on in housewares. Like, yeah, that's what they wanted you to do. I fell right into that immediately. I'm like, of course that's how you do it. You want people to go. Yep. Like I bought into the benefit of that, being excited about it right away. Right. I didn't get anything extra for that.
No, that was an expectation.
Not one time even did someone see me doing it, because literally when they brought it to you, you just went to the closest phone on a column and just did it. Push the button, store-wide announcement, read the thing, hyped it up a little, hung it up, went back to work. It was literally how it went. Lots of people in my age bracket saw me do that. I never pulled one piece of squish from that my whole life.
No,
I
not
can tell
once,
you that.
Right?
It got me nothing. Not one time.
Nope.
No, not once.
I remember I started out doing receiving for Walmart. So I was night shift, right? And if that don't teach you how different people are, because when people are gone, when customers are gone, you see the real people of management.
It's a different job without customers.
Right. So I got to see the dark side of Walmart management because it was at night, we were shut down, right? So legally, no company can lock you inside of a building if you're not getting paid. Legally.
Correct.
Right. So I was young, I smoked, and so did another guy on the night shift. And the fill-in manager, her and I did not see eye to eye. Just vibe was off, man. We did not jive one bit. I got my work done. She left me alone. Right. That's how it was. Well, the second week of dealing with her, I said to her, I'm like, I need you to unlock the back door so we can go out and smoke for lunch break. Not paid. We're off the clock. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, that's not happening. And I'm like, you legally can't keep us in here. You can't keep the door locked if we're not getting paid. And she's like, I can do whatever I want. Well, what's so funny about Walmart is if you set off the back alarm, they have to punch the number in, and then they have to sprint to the front of the store and punch it in again. Otherwise, the police are called.
Because it's supposed to be two managers opening the store That's how
Exactly.
retail works, folks. If you didn't work
Exactly.
retail. Yeah, I get it.
So I'm all like, how fast can you run? And she's like, what? And I physically kicked the panic bar on the back door. And then I left the door open, held the door open while I stood outside and smoked a cigarette on the back loading dock. I'm like, you can't stop us. Like, I got called into the office for that.
Oh, I'm
in
sure
the
it is.
morning. She's like,
Yeah.
so what happened here? And I told her, and she's like, well, my actual manager was a woman. And she's like, John, you're not wrong. She's like, I wish you would have handled it differently. And I'm like, there was no other way to handle it. What do you want me to do? Beg and plead? That's wasting break time.
Yeah, screw that lady. Yeah, it's just cut into my 15 minutes, bitch. Like, what are we going to do here?
Half-hour lunch is half-hour dinner is half-hour dinner. Like, I wanted to smoke my cigarette and then go eat something.
And you just reminded me of something. Side note, back in the day, Kmart had a spectacular cafe with food.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
It was like Costco level.
Costco level, sort of, with more
Yeah.
options. Like, right?
Yes, with more options.
Yeah, Kmart used to be banging. Like, you could go and shop for a little while, pull your cart up, and eat, have a tasty meal for a reasonable price, and fuck off down the road. Like, because we used to get some things you could get for nothing, and some things were at a severe discount that they just took right off your check for you. You could go and get chicken nuggets or a pizza or whatever, right?
Right.
Retail used to be different.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it really, really
Absolutely.
was. I recall it was either the last day or the second to last day they were open. And long-term listeners, sorry if I've mentioned this before, but I don't know that I have. We all knew the store was closing.
Yep.
They had made an announcement that week. We were just riding it out, getting our last paycheck. They had everything at such a crazy discount. The management came in, punched in, and fucked off. They were gone.
Really?
It was the
No shit,
Wild West those
That is
last
nuts.
couple of days.
That is awesome.
I thought so too.
It's like the last week of high school.
Yeah,
when you're
right.
graduating.
Exactly. And they were the seniors.
That's
Fuck
fucking-
everybody else. They got to tough it out. Yeah, they came in and they were gone, man. Yeah, it was it was real interesting. Well, and you had mentioned about something earlier about people making what the rules were or whatever. Dude, when I was working at Kmart, if somebody stole something and walked out the front door, they had a code, and I wish I could remember what they called it. I should ask my uncle because he probably remembers still. If they said, we'll say code white. I don't know what it was, but it's code white. Any able-bodied, and I'm not fucking around, folks. This is not an exaggeration. This is 100% the truth. Any, in their words, able-bodied man who wanted to help, you ran to the front of the store and helped to chase down the thief.
They used to be able to do that even in Walmart. And then I was working there when that changed. The policy, the email came out like, hey, you can't chase them in the parking lot. Once they're out the front of the store,
That's
you
the
cannot
police's
chase them
problem.
anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's law enforcement after that. Yeah.
It's like, motherfucker, that's still Walmart property.
Yeah. Yes. I remember in my youth, that was fun. I look back at that now going, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, hey, all the dudes, go chase that person down.
Yeah. See them? Get them.
Get him. Right. Yeah. Get him. Go get him, Ray.
Fucking
It was as
sticking 'em like
crazy as
freaking
the
pack of
first
dogs.
Ghostbusters movie. That's a ghost. That's a thief criminal right there. Go get him, Ray. Like,
Right.
no, what the fuck are you thinking? It's funny.
I wanted
Yeah.
to mention some other stores too that like iconic stores that shut down.
Yep. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Toys R Us. Oh,
Oh, a trip to Toys R Us was good, right?
right.
Yeah, you already caught Blockbuster. That was a big one. Toys R Us. Yes, I forgot. Toys R Us was good. Well, and we're thinking about
Fucking Radio Shack.
Radio Shack is a big loss. I went to the Radio Shack for parts in my hometown here in Cottage Grove after I'd moved here. We still had one. It's a GNC now. Oh, it was a GNC, and I think it's a dispensary now. But yeah, good call, man. Yeah, Radio Shack was a big loss. And I tried to, the last few minutes as we were talking, I was trying to expand my mind a bit about it. We're also forgetting about some of the non-retail versions. The buffet at a Pizza Hut was banging when we were kids.
Oh God, yeah.
Take in a good report card, free
Mhm.
personal pizza.
Yep.
Could sit down, full salad bar, put anybody to shame these days.
Right, absolutely.
We didn't have Chuck E. Cheese, but our Canadian version or whatever.
Chuck E. Cheese.
There's still a few, there's still a few kicking around, but I mean, that business is basically dead.
Right.
You know, now I did find out just today, listening to another podcast, if there is a Chuck E. Cheese in your area, you can Uber Eats or DoorDash a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, which apparently for some people is nostalgic. I never had one, so I don't know. I was never actually inside a Chuck E. Cheese.
They're not bad. They're
nostalgically for
pizzas.
someone, maybe. Like, yeah.
Right. Little Caesars is better. Just saying. And it's cheap.
All right, side tangent. What's the best cheap pizza? The best shit pizza in your opinion?
Costco.
You're gonna say Little Caesar? Costco. Yeah, Costco is
$10
a
pizza. It's fucking amazing.
Fucking pizza. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I was gonna try to argue
all day
that,
long.
Fuck yeah, that cheap pizza at Costco is pretty good. Won't raise the price of hot dogs. Ice cream's pretty tasty. It's tough to beat.
Yep.
Costco is one of the last in-person stand bastions of retail supremacy.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else
still
in
building
person
new ones?
that you're going into? Yes, you can shop online at Costco. Sure, you can.
You'll pay
If
more.
you want to go in and get some free samples and argue about people why the carts are too big and you can't get through the aisles, Costco's one of the last ones around, man.
My wife said it perfectly. True love is getting your husband to go to Costco with you on sample day.
Yeah.
I fucking hate sample day.
Dude, I was in, I don't know if it was a Costco or one of the competitors, like a Sam's Club or what's the other one? It's Costco,
Cub?
Sam's Club, and what?
Cub?
No, not Cub.
Oh, you're talking the big like bulk buy.
Yeah, there's Costco, Sam's Club, and then there's like another big one.
Oh God, what is it?
Anyways, it'll dawn on me. It's irrelevant for the story.
We'll hit
right?
it somewhere.
I went into one of the big ones with my brother when I was back home. I think last May, about a year ago. Picking up a few odds and ends or whatever. It was a fucking zoo on like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on? Old people there, kids there. Well, anytime there was school off and parents had to work, the grandparents would get the kids. They had to do some shopping anyway. Take them into we'll call it a Costco. Take them into the Costco, fill them up on free samples, get their shopping done. Even the guy working there was like, oh yeah, it's check day.
Funny.
It's check day and it's a day off school for the kids. So all the grandparents are here with their kids. It's a zoo today. Like my brother-in-law and I were, not brother-in-law, my brother and I were 40 yards back from the checkouts going, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
Yep.
we just want to get some chicken and shit. Like, this sucks.
Dude, the Costco that's out here by us, they do it so well now. And this one's a newer one. This one just opened up like 2 years ago, I think. It's fucking amazing when it's backed up and it's busy. Dude, they got like 2 people running around pre-scanning your entire cart. So you just walk up,
they got it,
scan the barcode, and you just walk the fuck
They got it down now. They really do. And a few of them even have sort of like, it's not self-checkouts, but like kind of sort of a self-checkout.
Absolutely.
Where if you've got a few items, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They'll direct you. Like they'll look in your cart and go, all right, you only got 5 or 6 things. All right, go over there.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've seen them steer people away from that when they got a cart full of little tiny random shit. Like, no, I'm sorry, but come on back. I'll squeeze you in the line here. Like, we'll be okay. Which apparently they're a great company to work for as far as pay and benefits and things go.
Yeah.
They understand that the onus of keeping this business going and profitable and thriving is on the on-site in-building staff, and they take care of them appropriately. That makes me real happy. So
I tell you what, and I'm going to shout out Costco, specifically their pharmacy. If you have a problem getting medications somewhere at your normal pharmacist that you use, go to a Costco. If you have a membership, take your they have the best stock in the pharmacy.
They buy in bulk.
Right. When they can.
It's their whole business model when they can, right?
It's fucking amazing.
If it's available, yeah. Tires?
I don't know if I buy tires from, but
No. If you're looking for inexpensive tires that you have to buy more often.
Yeah, there's that.
I've got $600. I've got $600 today to buy 4 tires.
Oh, true.
You go to Costco, right?
True.
So let me circle back before I forget, because I got a little grief for somebody recently. Occasionally, folks, I will talk about getting back to something later, and sometimes I forget, but sometimes I just ignore it because I think it's sort of funny in the same way that not always in sunny Philadelphia. What was the one with the banana stand? The father was in jail. Somebody's screaming. Anyways, it was one of the comedy sitcoms or whatever. They would have a little thing at the end of or the beginning of their show, like last week on this or next week on this, and then it was never anything about that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't mention it to be funny, folks, but I want to get back to this one. I mentioned the Kmart/Sears thing for a reason. Yes, they were both two big businesses that were sort of icons for a very long time that we've lost. I would like you've obviously got access to the internet in front of you.
Sure.
I want you to go to Kmart.com.
All right, let's give this a shot. What the fuck is Jason? What rabbit hole is Jason sending me down?
No, it's going to be easy. Don't worry. Remember I said that there was 5 Sears left and 5 Kmarts left?
Sure.
Tell me when you're at Kmart.com.
I'm there.
Click on nothing and scroll all the way to the bottom. Past the shoes.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious? They're together.
Kmart and Sears are the same company now. Those last
Same
5
fucking
Sears and
company.
those last 5 Kmarts, that's all one company. Technically, there's only 2.5 Sears and 2.5 Kmarts left, buddy. I looked up on the map, when I looked both maps up to see where they were.
California.
No, so I've got it here. I'll look it up. But I noticed immediately all the same sort of locations. I'm like, hold on a second. Went to Kmart.com, scrolled all the way down. Sears, Kenmore,
Puerto Rico.
Sears Parts Direct, Sears Home Service, Sears Puerto Rico.
Fucking Puerto Rico, really?
Well, again, I saw a Sears in Mexico when we were there a couple Christmases ago.
That is so fucking funny. I didn't even think about that. And
Yeah,
Sears
so-
changed their logo.
So the Kmarts, there are 2 in Florida.
Yeah.
1 in Guam. Look up where Guam is.
Really?
1 in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then the other 2 that are on the Sears map. So all those 3 are the same, and then they've got 2 Sears left in Florida. Oh, sorry, I lied to you. 5 of them are the same, but Sears has 2 extra. I just realized, okay? There's also 1 more in Massachusetts and 1 more in Texas.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
they actually
freaking
have
nuts.
technically 7 locations. But yeah,
I tell you what, it's impressive that they're still hanging on. I mean, good for you guys.
Now, if we post the links, it's actually kind of funny because the picture they show of Sears is a Sears location with 1 vehicle in front, no cars, and a shopping cart tipped over. And the one for Kmart, if I can find it again,
They
looks
also
like
own Kenmore.
they
Just to say
also
that.
Sears was always a Kenmore ownership. They always owned Kenmore.
Yeah,
That was their
Kenmore.
appliance brand. Which, by the way, man, side note, came home today. We catch up real quick, and then she just drops it on me as I hadn't even taken my second work boot off yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, hey, the dryer isn't working. Your clothes are hanging on the line.
Oh no.
We have a Kenmore Series 70 bought at Sears washer and dryer that were here when we moved into the house. I knew it was going to be an issue eventually. I'm going to open it
That
up a
thing's
little.
like 20 years old.
That's real generous. Series 70. I already looked it up. That's real generous. It's probably older than that. I'm going to see tomorrow if I can find parts for it. But I have a funny, a funny feeling when you're over here Saturday, you might be helping me dolly a new washer and dryer into my downstairs before we get going or after, pal. Like
That's funny. That's a Series 70?
70, yeah. It still was getting warm, according to my missus. I didn't test this myself. Once I found out it wasn't working properly, I went downstairs and unplugged it and turned the gas off. I'm going to look into it when we can. We're recording tonight, so I didn't dig in.
As new series, so the original Series 70 spanning from the mid 1960s through 1990s and into early 2000s as new 70 series models were released.
Yeah, so best case scenario, early 2000s. I'm going to tell you, by the look of the thing, I'm thinking we got a 90s model. I looked at the
that's
color.
pretty good.
I looked at the color pattern and said they last, right? Things used to last, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a little leery. I'm hoping I pull it open and find out because again, Mrs. said it was warm when she opened it, but it didn't dry the clothes. So I'm like, okay, so the heater
So
works, but it didn't spin.
Blowers out of it.
Or the blower's out. Maybe I can get parts.
Maybe.
But also, do I just want to go buy a new washer and dryer and not worry about because the washer works good, but for how long? Because I
Yeah, don't
guarantee
get
they bought
GE.
them at the same time.
Don't get GE and don't get Samsung.
No GE, no Samsung for me. If I'm gonna go brand name, all my appliances in the kitchen
LG.
we've talked about before, I went LG. They're not the greatest thing on the market, but for what you get for what the money you spend,
they're better than most.
They're better than most. They're reliable. Their customer service, in my experience, has been very good, which to bring this whole conversation around, and sorry, I got to turn off Sears.com because it's just scrolling through ads right now.
That's funny. That's how they're making money, man. Just let them alone. Exactly. Let it play.
Yeah, let them keep going. This day and age, if you can buy something that has a backup warranty, great.
For the most part. I mean, a lot of them, if you start reading the actual details of the warranty, it's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
I mean, the ones that you assume are good because you see 4.3 stars on the reviews.
Right.
Now, do they probably go through and are some of them obviously written as bots because the English is just a little weird? Mm-hmm. And you know that's somebody going in and going, generated. Hey, we need to pump that from 4.1 to 4.3. I want you whole room to spend today putting up good reviews about our stuff. Right. Sure, I bet that happens, but it doesn't adjust it that much when there's thousands and thousands and thousands of reviews.
Right.
Not
unless they scrub their review sheet.
Right. I lean towards the review thing a lot more now, which is basically my last point today of it's the only last bastion we have now. Before you could talk to your neighbors and go, oh yeah, I'm going to Sears. I got to buy a new lawnmower this weekend or wherever it is, Kmart. Well, and they'd be like, oh, don't go to the one down on Smith Street. I bought this there and they screwed me. Okay, great. I won't go to that one. Oh, but you had a good thing over on Main. All right. I'll go to the Kmart on Main.
Yep.
That's reviews now.
Yep.
You trusted your neighbor that he wasn't full of it or crazy. Now you trust random people online. I hope they're not full of it and they're not crazy. Like,
I will just say this on that note. If you're on Pilot Knob Road off of 35 and you go to the Holiday gas station for diesel, that's right next to there. Do not go there. Just go to the Speedway. Just saying. I made that mistake today. I literally sat there for 10 minutes because I was locked in because I was in a trailer trying to fill a transfer tank. I had a trailer hooked on. I was blocked in. 10 to 15 minutes, I got 8 gallons of fuel. 8 gallons of diesel fuel.
It took 15 minutes to pump that? Or
yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not kidding. And I just kept pumping it because I was blocked in. Like, I'm not going anywhere, so I might as well just keep pumping.
Twitchy pump?
No, not twitchy. Just almost not existent working.
Just slow.
As soon as I noticed the guy was getting in his truck, I freaking shut off the pump, capped it off, and I went to the Speedway, and I literally pumped, at that point, 42 gallons of diesel fuel in under like 5 minutes.
Good advice.
Don't go to the Holiday for diesel off 35 and Pilot Knob Road.
We might put the Google map up of where that is and don't go to that one. I want to jump back to one more thing here, and then we can decide if we want to finish this up, pal. I mentioned, I don't know, an episode or two ago, the old fella talking to me about if you're really confident, you can tell the people you know the most embarrassing thing about you.
Yeah.
I felt great about that conversation that we had, and you and I talked about it after the fact. I told you what mine was, and thank God you had a similar, very, very similar. So I was like, okay, I
understood it. It wasn't like,
it wasn't
I
identical.
Wouldn't consider that the embarrassing thing.
But that's just that's the thing. It's all perspective, right? Yeah. I consider that extremely embarrassing. The fact that you didn't actually says a lot about your self-confidence. But I digress. I liked what that old fella had told me. Mm-hmm. I'm not on the job site with him anymore. I called him this week and talked to him. I wanted to get another little tiny piece of advice from this guy.
Yep.
All right. This is what he gave me. And I cleaned up the language a little because he's old school. So it's not verbatim. He said, if an immigrant can move to this country and take your fucking job with no English, no real connections, and no real family support system, and air quotes, steal your job, maybe you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I might call this guy once a week for these little fucking tidbits. Yeah. He is amazing.
Yeah. That's fucking, I mean, it's the truth.
Now,
that's not even advice. That's just the truth. That's a hard fact to listen to.
Right. If I use the actual terminology he did.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
No one would probably listen because, believe me, there's 3 things that he didn't say that I adjusted. He didn't say English. He didn't say connections, and he didn't say foreigners.
Yeah.
Just FYI, old school people talk different because they think it's okay.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
have I missed anything on the downfall of the big business, buddy?
You know what? I'll give a solid runner up to an honest mention to fucking Party
hold on,
City.
What's that?
To Party City.
No, dude. Party City's banging.
No, it's gone. Party City is gone. They shut down. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. That's a solid shout out because that used to be the shit for places to go to.
I got Party City. I spent a bunch of money at Party City before Michelle's last big birthday.
December 2024, the retailer announced it was closing all of its approximately 700
That was definitely
stores.
before that. Oh no, Party City was great.
Yep. Party City was fucking amazing.
All right. Well, on that note, all right. Yes, you're right. That's a big loss. Shout out, R.I.P. Party City. Party City was great. I'll piggyback on that with. I know we mentioned it earlier as a joke when we were talking about Spirit Airlines at the beginning.
Yep.
Spirit Halloween. They definitely.
I hate that fucking store.
Look, dude. No. That just tells me that you don't love, and we've talked about it before. You don't love Halloween in the way a lot of people do. Not everybody, but a lot.
I want a quality costume. I can't get them there.
No. No, you don't. Look, I'm going to tie in 3 episodes of our podcast right now in one comment, okay?
Okay.
If you want a quality costume, you're going to the Renaissance Fair or Comic-Con. You're going to a cosplay thing where you got to step it up. If you just want a costume because you're going to a good party this Halloween and you don't want it to look like complete trash and maybe it'll last you 1 or 2 or 3 events, you go to Spirit Halloween. If you want a piece of shit, you can also buy those at Spirit Halloween, or you can go to the fucking Target or the Walmart.
Yeah. No, I'll order mine offline. Fuck Spirit Halloween.
No. See?
Yeah.
What are you using it for? Are you going to Comic-Con?
No, no.
Or are you going to a
not.
Halloween party?
No, I'll be at a Halloween party.
You go to Spirit Halloween.
No, come on, man. Have a little class.
Dude,
Spirit Halloween makes its money off of fucking hooker, costumes.
Yes.
You got to look like a prostitute.
Where's the bad part?
Anybody with a little self-dignity.
Halloween ain't about dignity.
It used to be. Come on, man. Don't take that away from me.
Hold on. If we talk, we're going to end this, folks. Believe me, but John and I got to work this out real quick and then we'll wrap it up here for you. Okay. If you're thinking about Halloween as dignity, okay, let's just define real quick. We're talking about modern Halloween. Yes. Not historical, right? Okay.
Yes.
Children.
Yep.
Walking the streets, cold nights, dressed up, begging for candy from strangers.
Yeah, you might as well.
No, hold on.
No.
Give me a second. No,
Okay.
let me make my point
Okay.
and then retort, okay?
Okay.
That's kids, all right? Teenagers putting on a shitty costume, going out trying to get candy, and then people telling them, aren't you 14? Get the fuck out of here. And then going and causing trouble and throwing eggs and fucking toilet paper.
Right.
Teenage to early 20 years, trying to look like a superhero or dressing like a sexy cat or nurse or whatever. Cheap cut. You're not talking about Halloween. The whole thing is trashy. Spirit Halloween is the spirit of Halloween.
No.
You're talking about Comic-Con. You're talking about people who make all their own parts for their Mandalorian costume by hand on a 3D printer and paint them and go to that. Spirit Halloween is for Halloween. You're talking about Comic-Con. You're talking about conventions.
Nope.
All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
I've had kids. I've had little kids. I've had teenagers. I've had adults, kids now, right? So they're all grown up. But even when they're little, I wanted to get my 2 daughters costumes that they could actually wear on Halloween in the Midwest. They're not of quality enough. They might as well just gone in fucking their winter coat and their goddamn blue jeans. But they wanted to dress up. There's nothing quality that gives them any kind of insulation for the Midwest.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Is this Carhartt shirt you're wearing going to your head?
This is not Carhartt. This is Buckmall.
Well,
this is that
fuck
shirt.
me
Fuck off.
Sideways then. Okay.
Get your shit straight.
No. You're talking about the kids being comfortable out. No. If you're in a shitty spot where it's cold or hot, no, you don't get to do that.
That
the
even
benefit
applies
is
to the
getting
teenagers.
candy. You don't get to be comfortable. You have to suffer for your free pillowcase full of fucking candy. You got to suffer for that. You got to suffer for that. No, you don't. You decide.
You make
you
the
buy
sacrifices.
the choices are, as a parent, okay? I'm speaking for you as a parent. I'm not even a parent. I'm willing to do this. I'm digging my goddamn heels in.
You're wrong,
10 toes
but
in the
okay.
ground. I'm fucking passionate about this, okay? If you want the kids to be warm and comfortable because it's a cold time of year at Halloween in the Midwest, right? Then you buy you buy the fat kid one that they can wear over their snowsuit. That's what you
that
do.
doesn't work.
Right? Dude, tell me this, okay? I'm going to pick a character, but I don't know what you were into when you were young. So I'm just going to pick one at random, okay?
Yep.
I have worn plastic molded, cutting into your face and your nose and around your eye sockets, Spider-Man, He-Man, the mask.
No.
One thin plastic white strap that snapped halfway into your first 10 minutes of Halloween.
Right.
That was when kids learned to tie proper knots.
Right.
Or you had to hold it the rest of the time.
Yep.
Trick or treat.
And then you fucking drop it and run to the next place and hold it up at the door.
You're expecting too much. No.
No, I was all into to goth and vampire, and like I won a contest for my vampire costume. Like, but I could layer up, right? And that's when I had hair that I could like slick back with oil and shit.
You're making it worse.
It's fucking
You're making
awesome,
it worse.
dude.
I want
Awesome.
a costume for my vampire.
Dude, I made a fantastic vampire. It was bomb. Had the whole shebang.
That might be the funniest thing. You made me say what a contest for.
I was 12. Fuck off. And I did my custom myself.
It's okay. It's getting worse. I was 12.
I think I was 12. I could have been 10. I don't fucking remember.
Thanks, dude. I haven't had a real good solid laugh in a fucking minute. Your vampire costume. Holy fuck, dude. Man, wow. We're going to have a fun Halloween episode next year, folks. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. So in your defense of what you said, yes, I argued the point. I'm going to digress a little, although I'm trying not to keep crying because that was really funny. Fuck. All right. I'm sorry, folks. Yes, I understand what you're saying about buying quality stuff. I bought a $271 lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean, you got a really good quality costume, right?
I have a full-on Star Wars Sith fucking Star Wars costume.
Yeah,
like,
so
I
get
spent money
fucked.
on that.
You know
Yes,
exactly what I'm talking about.
But also, I did that as a nerdy-loving, Halloween-loving adult.
Right.
Not for kids who are going out to get free candy. I would have bought that kid, hey, you know what works real good? You put a sheet over your head and you cut a couple eye holes out. Like,
right.
It's only not socially acceptable because of the KKK, but lots of kids went out as ghosts.
Hey, it depends. You just can't point the top, and it's got to be full length. It's got to cover your legs. Then
Right,
you're
yeah, it
fine.
can't just be shoulder hanging.
It can't be
Right.
short.
Just can't be shoulder hanging.
That's
Fuck.
funny.
This was fun, folks. Well, I want to end with one thought that I saw on the internet this week that I just wanted to share with you. It kind of made me laugh, and we'll get our final thoughts in here. Okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Somebody was talking about home remodeling, and we are in the business of, doing remodels and things like that.
Absolutely.
A husband talking to his wife said, don't be scared about this 6-week remodel. Those 12 months are going to be the most fulfilling 3 years of your life.
Yeah.
It
There we go.
struck so home with me. It hit me right to my core like, ooh, that's accurate.
Yeah, that's the epitome of my life.
Yeah, don't worry about this 6-week remodel. These 12 months are going to be the most fulfilling 3 years of your life.
Yep. And with that being said, everybody, go over and check out everything at isawpodcast.com. There you'll find our socials, the Buy Us a Beer tab if you want to support the show and be named one of the sponsors of an upcoming episode. We've had one recently. And to be a guest tab, shoot over there if you actually have something to say, if you want to just shoot the shit or you really want to just give Jason and I a really hard time, that's fine too.
About John being a goth, for example. Go ahead.
We'll get you on a future recording. I think it'll be fun.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You can also reach out with feedback on or any episode ideas. If you want to hear us shoot the shit about something or just have some random conversation, that'd be awesome. You can text us at 507-607-ISAW. And that is 507-607-4729. Leave a message and we might even read it out on a future episode. Speaking of that, to the dude that posted on our reel that said, then just cancel it when we were talking about Netflix going up another $2. You clearly didn't fucking read or listen, watch the entire reel. Both of us say in the back end of that we're going to end up paying the $20. So fuck all the way off. Have a good day.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Thank you for interacting.
Yeah,
fuck that guy is actually kind of like a nice thing for me to say to you. We're going to pay $2, right? Like, yes. Like, it's Netflix. It's
cancel it, genius, is exactly what he said. Fuck all the way off.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you're right, buddy. Fuck that guy. Thank you, everybody, for listening again this week. Please keep listening. I stopped myself from saying tuning in, which has been my MO lately.
Keep listening.
Keep listening. Yeah. Next couple weeks are going to be a few guests. We're really excited about those people coming up. John and I will be back in person recording, so you won't have any video the next couple of weeks. If you've been enjoying that, we'll be back to it. Don't worry. But the next couple will just be audio for the fun of having people in house. We haven't quite figured out the logistics of videotaping everybody, and we don't make a ton of money out of this. We're just doing it for fun, so we're not investing in camera equipment and producers and fuck all that.
Right.
So, buddy, I'm glad we could get together tonight, and this week sort of almost got away from us. I thought we couldn't put an episode out this week, folks, and then I woke up this morning and went, well, it's only Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday, and so.
And now I officially have 3 hours to get this thing done and edited and posted.
And also, I'm going to say something right now, and if you have been leery to send in a message, by the way, folks, sending us messages on 507-607-ISAW costs you nothing. It's completely free.
No, it costs us.
Text. It costs us. It doesn't cost you.
It doesn't cost you a dime.
Doesn't cost you a dime. Not a nickel, not a penny, not nothing. Okay. Send in something about anything this week that we talked about that we can get back to.
Mm-hmm.
We want to start putting that stuff up online. That's all I'm going to say.
As a matter of fact, Katie, she made this comment, and I love her to death, where I can't remember exactly what we were talking about, but she's like, so John's okay with death, but not breaking a hip. And yet, you're right,
yeah.
Katie. Breaking a hip is so much worse than, and I responded to her with it. I was like, Katie, breaking a hip is so much worse than death. I'd rather just die.
Yes, and when Katie is listening to this, please share with Nate. You might have to be our go-to Valentine's Day couple going forward. People seem to like that episode.
If we could,
guys, we'd like to have you back on.
Schedule it. If we could figure it the fuck out. We completely skipped over it this year.
We skipped over, but we can't do it every year. Valentine's Day is Valentine's Day, right? But also, I was a little nervous because I didn't want to get Nate back in and find out that he got himself shot in the eye with a Nerf gun again. And if you haven't heard that episode, folks, go back and check it out.
Oh, Nate, hopefully you've recovered fully, brother.
Hopefully you can see no major vision problems. We miss you. Well, John, thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. And everybody, as always, please remember that your work keeps the world working.
Absolutely.
Thank you, John. Cheers.
Thank you. Sláinte, sir.
Can't click the fucking button.